Congratulations. I know you got back in the swing of it last week, but what was it like to get back in the end zone and start breaking off some big runs?
It was definitely a good feeling. These past 4 weeks or whatever it's been hard. Mentally and just want to get out there and see my teammates doing good. It was definitely a good feeling to get back to the end zone. Teammates celebrating with me and teammates, coaches and whatnot. So it was definitely a great feeling to get back there.
As a ball carrier, what's the difference to you whether you're taking the handoff versus a direct snap at a Wildcat and how you go about the play?
As far as that, I actually feel like a quarterback when I get a direct snap in a way, even though I'm still running the ball and whatnot. But it's definitely a different feeling than getting a handoff and getting a direct snap.
We're gonna go down here to Kurt in a second.
It's the Wildcat. Is that Wild Ward? What's the name for that when you're in there?
It's a personnel. They didn't give a nickname for the personnel and whatnot as far as Wild Ward and whatnot. But it's kind of my thing. Since last year the Notre Dame game, did the same thing as well. So kind of comfortable.
I think you had 2 rushing touchdowns and Jordan had 2 today. I think now y'all have 4 guys who have 5 rushing touchdowns this season. I guess y'all knew how dangerous the group could be coming into the season. What's it like to see that in action? There's so many guys who are capable of doing that.
We've been seeing this all spring, whatnot, and just pushing each other to be the best. O-line did a great job finding holes for us to run behind, and game plans this week was really good as far as scheming. So we just executed and got the success.
We're gonna go to Aslan.
Treshaun, you've seen a lot here. The way you guys are performing right now in all facets of this, whether it's the offense, defense, special teams. I don't want to use the word surprise, but just can you just describe and process the success you guys are having, where it's coming from, and just how excited you guys are to continue to build on week in and week out?
We can really go back to what Bob Bounce said, winning, win big, win losing. You take that for example, and throughout the years with Coach Norvell, we've been just building up the chips to this year. And as far as the spring goes, I knew we was going to be good as far as special teams, defense, and offense. It was really competitive practices, and we was going back and forth. And the chemistry with this team got so much better. So it wouldn't have been a surprise if stuff like this year that's been happening. I knew it was going to be good.
Going to Hassan.
Yeah, I know it's been one game at a time for you guys, and but now that one game is Florida, how big would that be? When that game ends into when the state could 2-0 against playing in Florida.
It'll definitely be a statement. We haven't did that we haven't did that since I've been here. It's been a good thing to do. As far as Florida, that's a big rivalry for us, and we're going to take it like just another game and go through game plans and whatnot. But we got to prepare like it's any other game.
Brendan.
Bill Gibbons was able to break the rock on behalf of the offensive line. What has he done for the culture of this program, and if he gets more specifically the offensive line that opens up room for you guys?
I could definitely, when he definitely came in for the first time, he introduced some good things for the O-line. As far as when they get up to the line, they fist bump. They never did that, and it shows another chemistry. And with his knowledge, he spread it out with the offensive line. So with him being there, an OG basically, he gave the boys a pathway.
Carter.
Treshaun, what do you remember about Florida game last year, and how much does that kind of do with you guys since the offseason, thinking about this game?
I can remember the last play, the last kickoff, when we whipped it, and I was right there because it was being kicked over my side, and if we would have got it off, it would have been a different ball game. But we definitely coming up with a different type of mentality. This year we've been stressing the Florida battle as far as Miami and Florida throughout this fall camp. Those are must-win games and whatnot. So we just got to come out with a mentality to play.
Going to Ira.
In a lot of these games, Jordan hasn't kept the ball much, and he's let you guys go run. What does it do for you guys when he breaks off the field?
We see it all spring. We see it all game, and when he does his stuff as far as running on with his Tom and Jerry's, it's just effective for it. It builds our character as far as makes us want to do better and whatnot. It fuels us, fuels the offense, fuels everybody. So it just add more fuel to the fire.
Going back to Hassan.
In week 0, when Trey Benson was up there, you talked about the anxiety that he had, in the first game before the game.
what growth have you seen him, especially when you were out, he carried the load a lot. What kind of growth have you seen from this year?
I see him trusting his ability. You know, the first few games, you know, he was a little shaken up in anxiety because, you know, he wasn't trusting himself. And then throughout this, you know, the time that I've been out and he taking the load, gave him like a little sense of like who he is and whatnot. So doing this, it allowed him to get his confidence up and, you know, breaking records and whatnot and rushing for 100+ yards, you know, within like 5 games and whatnot. So, you know, got his confidence back for sure.
Anything else?